Do you sometimes feel that you are stuck in a moment or a period of time where only bad things are happening to you? And do you feel like you keep ending up in always in the same unhappy situation with life dealing you always a bad hand? Could it be that you're stuck in a victimhood without even recognizing it? In this video we will take a closer look at this very important theme and we will explore how to recognize and break free from that victimhood. Let's discover together how you can regain control of your life and how we can unleash our full potential. And at the end of this video I will give you 5 methods how to break free and how to leave that state of victimhood. If you like this video, please do two things. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because this video will then be shown to other people who might get rid of that victimhood. So thank you for watching. Now it starts. Before we take a closer look on the methods how to break free from that victimhood, let's have a closer look to that damages this state can have on us. The victimhood is a psychological state where a person perceives themselves as a victim of circumstances, for example, events or action of others, feeling helpless within those processes. Typical signs include, for example, self-pity, constant complaining about one's own suffering, blaming others or circumstances for one's bad situations, for example. And sometimes it is accompanied with the lack of engagement in actively searching for solutions and methods to break free from those situations. But the question now is, why do people sometimes find comfort in this victimhood? I know this question sounds absurd. If you want, you can now stop that video and write a comment on this question. Why do sometimes people find comfort in this victimhood? Let's give it a try to find an answer. On one side, it allows us to avoid responsibility. It is easier to blame others than finding their responsibility in our own doing or not doing. Additionally, it can feel very, very cool to get a warm embrace or at least warm words from other people who, in quotation marks, take us in their arms and at least give us the feeling that we're not alone, for example. But to be honest, this is a very, very false friend. In the short term, avoiding responsibility can reduce stress. Yes, it does, but only temporarily. And now let's have a closer look to why this victimhood is so dangerous for our health, but viewed from a different view. Victimhood can have significant negative impacts on our mental and physical health. No more words to say. Of course, there are more words to say. Psychologically, that long-term dwelling in that victimhood often leads to depression, to anxiety, and low self-esteem. It also can strain interpersonal conflicts, as others may find that constant negativity and helplessness difficult to bear over time. Physiologically, chronic stress is associated with that victimhood, as it can lead to physical issues, for example, like headaches, sleep disorders, and a weakened immune system. Long-term stress affects hormone production, yeah? Particularly cortisol, and this can lead to further and serious health problems. Yeah? And emotionally, we can feel as helpless if we are not breaking free from that situation. Helplessness is one thing, and the lack of hope is another thing. Yeah. So we might be caught in a situation where we can't get off from. And now let's go over to the 5 methods how we can break free from that victimhood. I know that the next sentence sounds maybe a little bit cold or at least a little bit absurd, but think about my following words. We are not forced to always stay within this victimhood. We have the choice to break free from that. Yeah? We are not forced. No one forces us to stay in that victimhood. What does that mean? Let me explain this. To break free from that victimhood, the first step is self-reflection and mindfulness. Recognize and accept that maybe you are in a victimhood. First step, keep a journal, to explore your thoughts and feelings, and practice mindfulness to stay in the moment and interrupt automatic negative thought patterns. The second step is to take responsibility. Start taking responsibility for your own life and decisions. Make a list of areas where you have relinquished responsibility and develop strategies to reclaim it. This is the second step. The third step is set realistic goals and try to achieve them. Small, achievable goals are helping us to, at least get out of this victimhood. Each accomplished goal boosts your confidence and shows that you can take control of your life. And this is very cool. I mean, just imagine that an accomplished goal feels like a triumph, which shows us, hey, we are able to do something. We can change something in our life, and in our life. The fourth step is try to surround yourself with people who support you and help you to develop a positive attitude against life and against future. You can also seek out mentors or coachings to help you find a new perspective and solutions. And my advice is try to search for people who dare themselves to tell you, hey, come on, get up and try to get out of this victimhood. Try to find people who are not telling everything that you wanted to hear in terms of receiving warm embraces and warm words. Sometimes it is so important to have people in the near to get that kind of kick ass, with words or with actions, just to get out of a bad situation. And the fifth and final step is practice self-care. Pay attention to your body and mind. Engage in regular physical activity, for example, sports, healthy eating, for example, and adequate sleep. Try to get enough sleep is what I'm saying. Relaxation techniques, for example, or meditation, for example, can be a good idea and can be also a very, very helpful step in reducing stress and fostering a positive self-image. Alright, so let's get at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. By taking these steps, you can definitely leave the victimhood behind and lead a more fulfilling, self-determined life. Sometimes when you think, oh, I can't do that on my own, I need help, it is our responsibility to ask for help. Maybe this is one point that must be mentioned as well. If we have the feeling, hey, I need someone who helps me. And sometimes in life we need somebody who helps us, yeah? Or sometimes we need a lending hand. It is our responsibility to stick to ourselves and to say, all right, yeah, I need help. It's not a mistake and it's not an error to say, hey, I can't do that on my own. I need help. So, have fun with this video. I hope it is helpful for you. Please leave a friendly comment and see you next time by watching the next video. Take care. Bye.